In this video, we will start with expansion of ideas in English composition. So children, what is an expansion of idea? It is simply a writing about a slogan, quotation, or a proverb. Now, what is a slogan? Slogan are phrases with ideas which catch attention, like live and let live, save water. You might have heard all these many times. Quotation are lines or words from famous personalities which help us to grow. It gives a certain type of message, like life should be great rather than long. Second, winners don't do different things, they do it differently. So from both these things, we get a message that how our life has to be. And proverb is an advice or warning, often worded poetically, means it is in a very poetic way. Like the first one is never give up. This is a very simple one of never quitting. Second, all that glitters is not gold. That means that whatever is shining or whatever that looks good doesn't require that it should be good from inside. So children, this is just like an essay where you have to expand the ideas that are given. It may be a slogan, a quotation, or a proverb, and you have to write it in 2 to 3 paragraphs. Now, how to write an expansion? What are the different rules or ways to write an expansion? First is understanding meaning of the given proverb, quotation or slogan. So let's take the example, all that glitters is not gold. Suppose this is the topic that is given to you. So you need to understand the meaning of this proverb first. So what does it mean? It means that whatever may be shining or looking good doesn't mean that it may be good from inside as well. Here gold does not mean the real gold, the metal, but the qualities of a human or any other thing. The second point is substitute the meaning, form the idea. This means that out of this proverb, like suppose you are writing on all that glitters is not gold, so you can't just keep on writing the same proverb in the entire 3 paragraphs. You need to write certain sentences that are related to the proverb or daily life experiences in different sentences. Next is think of a story to bring out the decoded meaning. That means first you will start in the first paragraph, you will start with the meaning, then you will write what is the different things that you can write about the proverb or the quotation or the slogan, and then you can add some story or an example which may relate to or which may explain or expand that idea. Next is think of a similar proverb, quotation or slogan with the same meaning. Like if you're given or if you're writing the above proverb, that is all that glitters is not gold. So when you're writing that, you can compare this proverb to another proverb like beauty is not everything. It is not possible that every proverb will have another proverb or a slogan. Sometimes if it is available, then you can use it. So it will make your writing very creative and very attractive. Next is avoid using I and you. So while writing the expansion, be general. Do not use I or you. Do not use these kind of pronouns. Next, do not start with the words. The meaning of this phrase is. So whenever you all start writing the expansion, do not make the start with this sentence. That is, the meaning of this phrase is. You can use any other thing. Like this is a proverb which is belonging to the medieval period, or this is a very interesting phrase or a quotation. You can use many other creative startups. Next, think well, express your emotions, opinions, and be creative. So, children, in all, this is a creative writing. So, you need to think properly. You need to bring in certain kind of imaginations where you can write creative writing. You need to express your emotions and give your opinions and write the expansion creatively. Now, children, what are the don'ts of writing an expansion? What you need to avoid while writing the expansion of idea? First, do not begin your expansion with the meaning of the proverb is. So as I told you earlier also, do not begin like that. Why? Because it becomes very boring. So try to begin with something creative. Next, do not write very lengthy expansions. Ideally, it should not extend beyond 110 words. That is 15 to 18 lines. So children, you need to keep in mind, very lengthy things to read or to write becomes very boring. So keep it short. Short doesn't mean very short. It should be up to 110 words or 15 to 18 lines, and it should be creative. Next, it can be written in 2 to 3 paragraphs. So children, don't make just one paragraph. Try to divide your expansion into 2 or 3 paragraphs of 110 words or 15 to 18 lines. Next, avoid using pronouns like I, me, yours, etc. So do not use pronouns, because here you're not talking about yourself. You're talking in general. Like suppose you're giving an idea or you're explaining the idea, you're explaining it in general. You're not talking about yourself or somebody else. You're just giving an general idea of the expansion. Now children, there is an example in front of you. This is the way you need to write any kind of proverb, slogan or quotation given to you. So now we have too many cooks spoil the broth. So what do you mean by this? It means that too many people doing one work might, spoil the work. Okay, or the results may not be as good as one person might do it. Let's read it and try to understand. First paragraph. This proverb most likely dates back to at least the late medieval period. The proverb, too many cooks spoil the broth, is a very common one, and no doubt you have heard people citing it at some point in your life. When there are a lot of people working on a project, then that project may not be completed to such a high standard. Sometimes one person does a better job than many. Sometimes relying on other people's help can just slow us down. A group with many leaders or many people trying to fulfill the same role will often get nothing done. Similarly, at times, sitting down to study in your own way can be more productive than studying with others. We can have different examples, like when a boss asks several employees to work together on a project at work, but each employee has their own idea of how to carry out the project, making it counterproductive. So children, now we have done 2 paragraphs. So if you look at the first paragraph, you can see that the proverb is being explained. What is the meaning of the proverb? Too many cooks spoil the broth. Means many cooks can spoil the dish. Broth means a soup or a watery type of a dish. So many people working on one thing might, just spoil the thing. So that is why in the first paragraph, you can just give what the proverb, the slogan, or the quotation means. Then in the second paragraph, you can explain in detail, like you can give the example. Like here in the second paragraph, we have the example of the employees and the boss, the project, and even we have given an example of studying alone rather than studying in a group. So you can give certain type of life experiences in it. But children, keep in mind that you cannot give big stories, because you all know that the entire expansion of idea should be of around 110 words. So you cannot go more further, like you cannot make it lengthy. So that is why write short experiences or examples. Let's see the third paragraph. Sometimes things are organized more efficiently when there are fewer people working on them. The proverb, too many cooks spoil the broth, encapsulates this idea. This proverb is useful in any number of situations, whether we are organizing a team in the workplace or deciding whether or not to pitch in with advice for a loved one. Remembering this proverb will give us a pause for thought. Above all, this is a proverb to remember whenever we want to get things done efficiently and effectively, and when we want to make sure that all of our goals are achieved with a minimum of interpersonal conflict. The proverb keeps us focused on celebrating the skills and qualities of individual people, ourselves included. So children, this is the last paragraph, that is the third paragraph. So whatever you have written in the first and the second paragraph, you have to sum up. That means you need to conclude in this paragraph. You cannot conclude abruptly. Slowly advancing, you need to conclude the proverb or the slogan given to you. You can conclude with certain type of thinkings which people do. Like here we have that this proverb can help individual learning. Instead of telling that many people can help making the work easy, one person also can make efficient work. So in this way you can sum up the expansion of idea. Now children, there are a few other examples. It can be a proverb or a slogan or a quotation. So there are 5 here with the meanings. The first one is, as you sow, so shall you reap. So it means that if you did bad things in the past, you will get bad results in the future. So you can expand this idea and write about it, like how bad things can lead to your bad things in the future. Second, laughter is the best medicine. So this one you might have heard many times. The meaning is that laughter can help cure negative feelings such as stress, anger, worry, depression. Third is, where there is a will, there is a way. It means if you are determined enough, you can find a way to achieve what you want, even if it is very difficult. So here you can give many examples of people who have not given up, determined and having patience in their life. Fourth one, make hay while the sun shines. It means to make good use of an opportunity while it lasts. So, this again, whatever opportunities you get in your life, you need to grab them. You can't just wait, so other people might just grab it and you might lose it. Fifth, strike while the iron is hot. It means to take advantage of an opportunity as soon as it exists. So this, that is a fourth and the fifth one are matching, are of the same meaning. That is, you need to take advantage of the opportunity because opportunities will not wait for you. You need to grab them with the right time. So children, these are five. There are many more examples or ideas where you can practice in your notebooks. So these kind of writing skills are not just where you can write without any practice. You need to have proper grammar, vocabulary should be proper because these carry 5 marks. So try to practice all the 5 of them in your rough book or any notebook where you can practice with the 3 paragraphs. Try to take out more ideas or more proverbs where you can practice properly for your exams. Even in your Chetna book, there are many more examples given. You can take it out from there, search for the meaning, and try to expand the idea. Okay, children, now we have completed with the expansion of idea. I hope this topic is clear to you. Try and practice it. Thank you for listening, children. Take care.